happening? What's popping? What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another great episode of Symone with the Sports. I'm Symone, bringing guys the daily sports talk. So if you're new here, if you're old here, you haven't already subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you stop what you're doing. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you keep rocking with me. Also, make sure you turn on notification bells, because you know the videos are coming like boom, 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 and you don't want to miss a single video or a single live stream. Also, guys, make sure you check out the links down below. The first link is to buy me a coffee to help fuel this channel that you also love so much. The second link is to shop the official Symone with the Sports merch collection. Get the SymoneWithTheSports wavy tee, or get your SymoneWithTheSports classic tee. And lastly, subscribe to our podcast, Tough Calls, where me and Dylan have some of your favorite sports analysts, reporters, former and current athletes chop it over us on the podcast. So, guys, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Zach Ertz, hey, why are you still here? Why is Zach Ertz still on our roster? We thought Zach Ertz was going to be a guy that was going to be gone during the NFL draft, or right before the draft, was going to be used to move up in some sort of fashion, but that didn't happen. Zach Ertz is still on our roster. Training camp is about to start in 6 weeks. So what the deal is? Today we're going to be talking about another possible trade scenario for Zach Ertz. We done talked about 1,000. We talked about Zach Ertz to the Jacksonville Jaguars. We talked about Zach Ertz to the Cardinals. Of course, we talked about Zach Ertz to the Indianapolis Colts. So right now we have two big questions looming when it comes to our roster at the tight end position. It's awkward, like, Zach. You know when somebody is still, like, you ever, like, been trying to get somebody out your house? Like, you ever had a function, like a party or whatever, and it's always that one friend or somebody that don't know it's time to leave, and they're, like, still talking, and you're kind of like, did you not see that everybody else left? Like, it's so freaking awkward, I feel like, with Zach Ertz. Like, bro, why are you still here? Also, the big question mark, of course, at the cornerback 2 position. What's going on with Steven Nelson, or with whatever corner that we're going to sign or maybe trade for? Maybe we're holding on to Zach Ertz in a package to trade for a cornerback, because if it ain't Steven Nelson, the rest of them free agent corners, we might as well roll with DEVONTA at that point. So we might end up using Zach Ertz maybe for collateral to trade for a another cornerback. So we got two big roster question marks: Zach Ertz and cornerback 2. Please, Lord, do not let us have to start DEVONTA at the outside corner. So let's talk about Zach Ertz to the Tennessee Titans. Now, the Tennessee Titans are a team that has been gunning and running, literally running Derrick Henry to try to get to the championship, and they're a team, after trading for Julio Jones, that kind of seem like they're really ready to win now, even though a lot of their pieces are younger. It's not like they're a team that's like in a rush. Ryan Tannehill still has some great years. Derrick Henry, Eric Brown still has some great years. But they've been making some moves to make it seem like, you know, they're ready to win sooner rather than later. And they did that when they when they made the trade for Julio Jones, because Julio Jones is a veteran wide receiver who obviously is ready to win a ring. He ain't getting no younger out here. So after the Julio Jones trade, the GM of the Tennessee Titans said that they are now looking into the tight end position. Looking into the tight end position. So yeah, he literally said after the Julio Jones trade, he said they're looking in and they're assessing the tight end position. So the Tennessee Titans actually lost one of their tight ends, Smith, to the New England Patriots in free agency. So they do have a hole there to fill, and it could be filled with the veteran of Zach Ertz. They got a veteran wide receiver for AJ Brown and Julio Jones. Got Tannehill, a guaranteed red zone target, and Julio Jones, maybe they'll get another one in Zach Ertz. Now, Zach Ertz is on the little more expensive side when it comes to the tight ends that's on the market, but they do have the option of restructuring their left tackle Taylor Evans deal to free up some cap space. So a lot of the Titans people are saying that their left tackle has been considered in a restructuring of their deal. So if they restructure his deal, that will free up an extra $7 million for the Tennessee Titans to make that trade and take on Zach Ertz's contract, because Zach Ertz's contract does carry $8 million. Right now, the Titans only have around $7 million of free space, but they have a guy who they can restructure his contract, go ahead and free up that extra $7 million, add Zach Ertz, add another veteran option for Ryan Tannehill, open things up even more for Derrick Henry. You know, in the red zone, you got freaking Zach Ertz, you got Julio Jones, you have Derrick Henry. Brian Tannehill can have a party in the red zone. Nobody's going to know what the heck he's going to do because, of course, always before we knew it was run, Henry, run. But the Titans go ahead and add another vet to the mix, another guy who's ready to give the best of what's left of him, because we know Julio Jones is going to be gunning to get a ring, because if he don't get a ring with the Titans, then he might as well stay in Atlanta. But I think the Titans is a good, interesting option for Zach Ertz, because they're already a team who I said their GM said after the Julio Jones trade that they are now assessing the tight end position. They are now assessing the tight end room. So maybe that means that there will be room for our guy to become their guy. And, you know, we can get rid of all that Zach Ertz dead weight. Not that we don't want Zach Ertz, but Zach Ertz wants more than what we're willing to give him. So it's just in that awkward situation where it's like, we love you, bruh, but we getting younger and we got to put our money in other places. You know what I'm saying? So you might have to go another place. But let me know what you guys think. Where do you see Zach Ertz ending up? Do you think he's going to stay in Philly? Do you see him going to the Titans, Colts? Do you see him going to the Cardinals, the Jaguars? Where do you see him going? Let me know what you guys think down below. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you leave a comment. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you keep rocking with me. And until I'll talk to you guys next time.